Forever Winter. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. The Forever Winter is a co-op tactical survival horror shooter where you and your squad must loot the dead to survive under the shadow of terrifying and gargantuan war machines locked in a never-ending conflict. First up, guys, let's have a quick look at the graphical options. Now, the graphical recommended specs on Steam are not correct. Not from what I've been playing. I'm playing with the minimum specs and it's just unplayable completely. You desperately need... This is the first game I've ever played where you actually do need an SSD. Lots of people have said, oh, you need an SSD to play AAA games. No, I've played every AAA game and I've never had to use an SSD and they've all worked fine. This game doesn't. It will not work properly. It's unplayable on anything other than an SSD unless you have a really, really fast PC. I'm running it on the minimum specs at 2080 with an i9, and it's unplayable without an SSD. With an SSD, it's playable, but you have to turn things right down, and you still get absolutely garbage frames. I would say, from the people I've been playing continuously with a guy with a 4090, a 3080 Ti, and a 3090, and I will say that from all the feedback I've got, the minimum specs for this game, I would say is probably a 3070. With an SSD. If you have anything below that, you are going to have a horrible, horrible time with the optimization of this game. And it is a problem with the game. It's not your hardware, so don't feel bad and don't let people bully you into saying, oh, you've got a toaster, what do you expect? I've been running Space Marine 2, which is graphically massively superior to this. It has way more going on than this, and it ran at least 4 times better than this game. I was running it on very high settings and having no problems whatsoever. As I have with pretty much every other AAA game that I've been reviewing. So, you know, it's not a hardware problem, it's a bad optimization problem. Although I will concede that my PC is probably worth an upgrade about now anyway. But anyway, we'll move on. Yes, we'll move on to the third-person camera. This is the worst game in the world to give a third-person camera to. I mean, the amount of times that my character literally blocked my vision. You need to... this is the very game you need to be able to see everything that's going on. And your character just says, oh, sorry, you can't see shit now because I'm just walking across you because you've backed up against the wall. It's awful, the amount of times that happens because you're constantly in cover. It's just ludicrous. And then there's the glitches. With a third-person camera, you can just easily position the camera to see around a corner. You can even glitch through walls with it. This game is begging to be first-person. Why the hell they've chosen... I forget it. I don't know why. Right. Now, this game is a looter shooter. It's a co-op PvE looter shooter. But it's not like any old looter shooter that you've played before. This is a game where you're not supposed to shoot your guns. Yes, that's right, you heard me right. You're not supposed to shoot your guns. The whole point of the game is to scavenge things, which ironically brings you back to your base to give to vendors and sell to vendors and buy better guns, which you're not supposed to fire. That's the game, though. That is the game. And if you do fire your gun, you better have a plan, because if you do not have a plan, you will be dead in about 2 minutes, because everybody will zone in where that bullet came from, where that noise came from, and they will come with big fucking guns that you could only dream of having. You're a little scavenger. The big pull of this game is this is not you, and I have that picture there. This is you, and I have that picture there. So you get it. You are a little feeble human running around this world that's been devastated by the machines. Highly influenced by Terminator. You know, the beginning of Terminator 2, where you see Los Angeles in the future. It's very much like that. And 1984, great movie that. It's influenced by that. The 3 big factions, you've got the Europas, the Eurasias, and the Euruskas. That's basically Russia, China, and Europe. Are all fighting for dominance in the world, and the world's just, the machines have taken over, cyborgs have taken over, there's zombies out there as well. The world looks fantastic with the music as well and the sound effects. It's just so immersive, it's unreal. When you are just crawling around, hiding in the ruins, and there's just a big firefight happening in the distance between 2 of the factions. You see these huge stompy mechs, these massive tanks. It's breathtaking, guys. And you've just got to sneak around trying to avoid being seen. There's patrols with their torches or the flashlights out. It's fantastic. I mean, what a spectacle it is when you're playing it. It's just so immersive, trying to cross the battlefield unnoticed. and just desperately hoping your friends that you're with don't open fire. You've just got to just lay low. Sometimes I've sat there for 15 minutes watching a battle, hoping that it would go away, and then you sneak through. That kind of gameplay is really good. It's very high tension stuff, and it's very highly enjoyable. I've got no problem with it at all. I really enjoy that. The big problem with this game is it's nowhere near ready. It's an absolute clusterfuck of a game to play. I've already mentioned the horrible optimization, but that's not even the worst of it. The worst of it is the netcode. You constantly have people being disconnected, even when you have at the host with a very good internet connection. Then you'll have the worst thing in the world, and this has happened to us, not in every mission, but I would say we've got one guy who's played it for 34 hours, but he's played that mainly in solo. We've all done about 10 hours in co-op, and we've probably played about 20 odd missions. And I would say on at least 8 or 9 of them missions, we've had a situation where the host is the only person that can see the hunter killers. These are badass things that come after you. And so your friends will be just screaming, someone's killing us, someone's killing us. And it's not just the hunter killers, there's another mob that they can't see as well. And it's not always, but sometimes in the game just says, right, you're not going to be able to see that mob now. And I've only got one of it on video, but he's the one where Tox has been attacked. He has no idea what's attacking him. And I just save his ass by shooting this like crawling thing that's all over him. Oh, it's not invisible, is it? Oh, and where, yeah? Yes, I can.
Yeah, it's
got it.
It's all gone.
Is it gone?
Yeah, it's dead. Oh shit. Right, of ammo.
Wait, go up these stairs then, because we can't see them.
So could you not see that, Tox?
Nope.
Oh, I couldn't see it over.
I could just see my health going down, and I was like,
That sucks. Like, we had instances where we were behind a rock, and I was shooting at all of these guys coming at us, and none of my mates were shooting, and they couldn't see them. They all died. We all wiped, actually. It just happens all the time, and generally speaking, when it happens, it's a wipe. And when you wipe in this game, it's highly costly because you lose everything. It's brutal. You lose everything. Every piece of ammo, every weapon that you had on you, every silencer or any kind of mod you had on the weapon. However, you can go back into the map and follow the little heading for your gravestone and reclaim all your stuff. Except, he's another fucking ridiculous mechanic in the game. I lost my gear. I had a lot of ammo and I had a half-decent weapon. So I went back into the game and I just literally took nothing with me because I'd lost it pretty close to the spawn point. So we all just dived in the game. And when I looted it, it says, yes, you got all your stuff, great. I went in my inventory, there was nothing there. You loot your backpack, you literally pick up your backpack, which has all your guns and ammo in, but you can't access it till you extract from the map. You get it when you get back to your base. How the f*** does that work? That's ridiculous. Absolutely f***ing ridiculous. So, yeah, there's a lot of ridiculous stuff like that. Another thing that really knocked me about this game, apart from all the bugs, there's invisible walls and stuff. There's bugs where tanks get kicked and they go flying across the battlefield looking ridiculous. There's enemies, just the AI just stomp all over the place. You can die from a mech stomping about 10 feet away from you. Why? Reasons we don't know. Mechs getting stuck on terrain. Blind troops who are like really close to you that just can't see you. Bad AI. You can also take AI in on your side who literally just give you away and just shoot like they're just terrible. We just kept away from them completely. There's a ton of bugs. It's badly optimized and the netcode is trash. That's early access. I know it's early access, but my goodness, this is pretty much a alpha. I would say this is an early alpha build. Now the game has massive potential. It really does. I enjoyed it when it worked. When it worked, it was great. It was great fun. But there's another big problem, and that's called RNG. You can dive into a game where you have to see, I don't know. Well, I've been trying. I'm on my 8th mission attempt, or 9th probably, to get 3 parts from a drone. Only one of us out of 4 have completed that mission because drones are hard to come by. When all you need 3 of them, it's like, yeah, you're not going to get that. You're going to have to run multiple times. But we keep dying. And that's because what the game does is it will throw a huge war at you. And then the next round, you might not have a huge war. Then the round after, there's another huge war. And there's not a lot you can do about it. I mean, when you hear the like sounds of enemies coming, you get out of there. You just move out of there. But you move out and you might run into a whole load more enemies in the direction you're going. It's all by chance. It's not a skill issue. There's no such thing as a skill issue when you're trying to get away, because you literally don't know what's in front of you. It's not like having a map where you know what's going to be where they are. That would spoil it anyway. But it all just needs toning down a little bit in the early game. It's like playing the end game at the beginning when you've got nothing, when you've got no gear. You're like playing the end game bit with nothing. We like a challenge. We don't want it to be easy, but we also don't want it to be to the point of frustration where you're just redoing the same mission, because every time you lose a mission, it costs you a lot of money to rebuy back guns and mods and ammo and pharmaceuticals and all that kind of stuff. Then you go back out and you just get hammered again into situations where it doesn't matter how skilled you are, you're going to die. There's literally no way out of many of the situations. Now, a lot of people who will probably say, oh, get good, they haven't even played the game yet. A lot of people are going to get the shock of their fucking lives when they buy this game, because they've seen the trailers, they've heard the fanboys, they've heard all the shills, and they're going to be like, oh, this is just going to be amazing. And then after about 5 or 6 hours, they're going to be like, oh my, I can't believe I've got to do this mission again. How the fuck am I supposed to get it past it? You're going to have that all the time. And if you like that, if you don't mind failing over and over and over and over and over and over, and that's what you'll do in this game. You will fail over and over again. If you don't mind that, then this is the game for you, because this game will absolutely batter you. It will batter you senseless. If that's what you want to do, then buy it, because it is massively immersive. It's huge fun until you keep dying over and over and over again. It just needs balancing a little bit better. Now, if they took a lot of the enemies out, it wouldn't be as fun, because the whole sight of them at these big wars is great, trying to sneak past them. But a lot of the terrain is shit. I mean, it looks great, but a lot of it is just, there's not enough ways to get past in some places. There's invisible walls where you can't even climb up a little tiny slight incline, you know, where there's a few bricks. You just hit this fucking wall. It's highly frustrating as well. They can see you like they've got X-ray vision sometimes, especially the drones. And there's a lot of things wrong with it. It's like everything's stacked up against you. The optimization, the netcode, and the terrain, the enemies. It's just like everything. You just feel like you're just banging your head against multiple walls all the time. And yeah, when it's finished, when it's balanced, and when everything's working better, probably in 2025, I will definitely come back, because this game has mega potential to be one of the best games out there. It has loads and loads of potential. It could be amazing, but at the moment, it's a bit of a mess, unfortunately.
Wait, what? What the f?
Whoa! Oh!
Oh, not invisible hunter again.
Okay.
Invisible again.
That's
Oh.
weird.
Are you all dead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got invisible hunter killers, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, I suddenly died. I was like, eh? What? Because I was on full health.